How's it going? My name is James P. White. That is Chris Mooney. This is the Bald and Short of It podcast. You are getting the two-part Christmas edition. The first part, we are at Sherbrooke Pub right now. The game is on in 30 minutes. We're kind of excited to see it. And so we're going to do our gift exchange. We're going to do a bunch of the Christmas stuff, and then we're going to do our second part tomorrow. And today is Tuesday. If those of you who don't know what day it is, because I never do. But yeah, this is the Christmas episode. Merry Christmas, ugly fucker.
Good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you live since our last get together, which I think
It
I
was
feel
two
like I
weeks
miss
ago.
you. I feel like I
I
miss you.
I've missed you too, but it's just I gotta get a better stroke for my gun. Um, but other than that, so it's our Christmas episode. As I said, we are at Sherbrooke Pub. How excited are you to see the game in about half an hour?
I am jazzed beyond belief. There are so many storylines tonight. Uh, I won't. I don't want to hyperextend news that everyone's heard over the last 5 days since Skinner and Kulak were traded to Pittsburgh for Tristan Jari and Sam Poulin, who's playing in the HL. Um, but that game's on in half an hour. But there are so many other storylines. Sidney Crosby's 2 points away from tying Mario Lemieux for all-time Penguin point leaders. That's one, and that's like the undercard. If you're an Oilers fan, Quinn Hudson makes his NHL debut, or his this season debut. He played 2 games last season at the end of the season when guys are injured. Games didn't matter, but he's fourth overall in AHL scoring as an AHL rookie, 23 years old. Um, he leads the team. He leads the league in rookie scoring. Just a phenomenal story. Great UFA signing as a college kid last spring. So I wouldn't be surprised if he sticks around. I'm kind of excited about it. And yeah, Leon is 1 point away from his 1,000. My boy Leon. Um, so lots of things to be excited about, and of course, the main event: Tristan Jari versus Stuart Skinner and next. So really excited to see that take off. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, and we're actually going to deal with the rest of the sports stuff tomorrow. You're just
Yeah,
highlighting it right now. Um,
yeah. We're gonna do that. This is the teaser. The highlights will be tomorrow.
the, the teaser, as everyone says. I'm doing pretty good, but I said we were going to keep this part short, but something that was pretty sad yesterday. Rob
Yeah,
Ryder, uh, his son stabbed him and his wife, and it's horrible stuff. We'll get more into it tomorrow, but it's still intense right now. But yeah,
yeah. Well,
that's going into Christmas, and
we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But yeah, you got a haircut. Like I haven't seen you. Like when's the last time we hung?
less
Like
than 2 weeks ago.
yeah, like um anyway, I was even though you were late, and by the way, like as the talent on the show and I guess like your manager, like I don't want to see that again. So
Uh,
we'll have to talk about that
yeah,
off the air.
and and during that conversation off the air, you as my manager, I'll actually give you the abridged version of my reaction. Is you can bite my ass. I mean
and
that from my heart. Um,
and the other thing is I didn't I haven't you got your haircut since our last cast last week, so it's a really good look for you. You went with lesbian grandma, and it looks really good, Sylvia. I like the choice. It's nice to see you accept your age.
did you just say lesbian grandma?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a good look. It really is. It suits you.
okay. Uh, that's the end of the Balding Short of It podcast for 2025 and probably good into 2020 60. Um, but other than that, we're trying to get into the Christmas spirit, and he calls me a lesbian grandma. So let's get into the Christmas spirit. Do we want to do our top 10 movies? Christmas movies of all time, or do we want to do our gift exchange first? I'll let you
Um,
pick.
well, first of all, you tell us about the kids and your partner. Like, are you guys gonna be busy? Do you do a lot of baking or?
Some
All
days,
right.
I wish I was packing. Um, okay, so
Okay. All right. So I'll move on. Shout out to friend of the podcast, Bayrak, who's on his way to Mexico today. Um, hopefully you got there safely and get a chance to watch the game. Um, well, we one of the reasons why we're doing the first part here at Sherbrooke is because we wanted to pay attention to Christmas and or focus a little more on Christmas because as you if you were listening last week, you heard about how excited we are to be in the Christmas spirit and kind of embracing the season. Um, so we did our top five Christmas songs, and I think I had 10 and
yeah,
last week, and now this week. By the way, if you're watching when you're watching, I'm looking over there, but I'm actually looking at Jimmy. We got the cameras all messed up. Um, anyway, this week we said we do top five Christmas movies. I have like a five and an honorable mention, and maybe two honorable. And you have so I went 10 songs. You went
I
five.
I did. Yeah. Oh, that was last week. Yes,
And
I
this
did
week
five.
you're doing 10 movies. No,
Yes.
so why don't you start with number 10 on your list?
Number 10 is the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah, like the cartoon.
So we're including. If I didn't know we are including like one of mine is a 45-minute special. So I guess we're including all Christmas properties, right? Like
Sure, why not?
yeah, okay,
Okay, so then we got the my next one is Santa Claus, the movie, the first one with Tim Allen.
yeah.
That's number 9. Miracle on 34th Street. That's the 1994 version, not the original one from the 60s.
I didn't know they remade it. Who's in it?
Because Elizabeth Perkins was in the 1994 version.
Hmm.
Okay, and so then my number 7 is, and it's a must for every Christmas. It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Like 100%. I can't believe I can't believe that's number seven.
Because number 6 is White Christmas, of course, Bing
Bing
Crosby.
Crosby. Yeah,
Number 5 is, you're going to make fun of this one, but Smoky Mountain Christmas with Dolly Parton.
I knew it'd be on your list. You gave a teaser about that last week.
Because one of the songs from the movie was on my top 5 music list.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Number 4 is The Night They Saved Christmas. You probably never, it was a TV Christmas special with Jacqueline Smith. It came out, I think it was 84. My number 3 is
Hang on.
Scrooge. Wait,
I
okay.
I grew up on Charlie's Angels, so anything with Jacqueline Smith in it, I'm like, I don't.
Oh, okay. So, uh, did you know that she was in the new Charlie's Angels that came out a couple of years ago? She had a small role, but she was still in it.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
still better looking than the other three broads. Like
oh, oh, women. Okay,
just a classic beauty.
okay, and so my number 3, Bill Murray, Scrooged. So it was his like reboot of the original A Christmas Carol. So my number 2 is A Christmas Carol, the black and white one from 38.
Alistair Sim.
I think yes.
Yeah.
And then my number 1, and the reason my dad had to watch this movie every Christmas, and we did every Christmas. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, yeah. No question. Yeah.
So that's my 10.
I um I gotta I gotta applaud you. I couple points of your choices was Scrooge. We were talking about that sort of over the last couple weeks, and we were sort of throwing around the favorite Christmas movie thing. And
That and Christmas songs, because one of the main song from that movie
yeah,
is on my list.
that was Al Green and Annie Lennox, because I listened to it last night because I watched the movie for the first time last night. That was my first time ever seeing it, and
Scrooge?
yeah,
Wow.
and I wouldn't have ranked it that high, but good for you. I'm not even including it, and it was an honorable mention on my thing. But um, if you want to, I'll do my list. Like if you want to do the TV shows, like I'll just sort of put that.
No, I don't have TV shows.
Well, you had
Christmas.
Rudolph.
But that was a TV movie, not a TV
It
show.
wasn't like 2 hours, was it?
But it at least an hour.
I don't. Okay, maybe.
But
I think you're wrong, but whatever. But there was like Frosty the Snowman, which was awesome. Like there was that. There were those mainstays when we were growing up that were on every Christmas. Rudolph was one. Frosty the
oh yeah,
Snowman. Um, uh,
um, yeah, there was a bunch of them.
okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna start with my honorable mentions, and I'm not gonna order them. Um, I'm gonna go with um, all of the Rudolph, Frosty the Snowman, like when we were growing up, like that shit is awesome. So I'll put that
Rudolph
in a
was
separate.
55 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. So that would have been like an hour and a half. You're right. When we were kids with commercials and shit. So I'll put that in one category, and then um, I'm gonna, I guess, in keeping with the kid thing, my honorable mentions are um, uh, Yogi's First Christmas. That was a cartoon, Hanna Barbera. I love that shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Like Flintstones, all that, Yogi Bear, Boo Boo. But it had the whole all star cast of all of the Hanna Barbera properties that were out there when we were kids. And I loved the story, and I just remember it just like obviously it makes me think of growing up and watching that. So there's obviously a lot of nostalgia attached to that. And Muppet Christmas Carol, also honorable mention. Classic
Yeah, that's
story,
that's a good one.
classic story done with all the lovable Muppet characters in their prime. And by that I
Like
mean Jim.
the two old guys as the ghosts of Christmas
Yes,
past, I think they were, or something like that.
the whole project is fantastic, and that's Jim Henson and Frank Oz in their prime. Um,
Oh yeah.
with the classic story and all of that tongue in cheek, fantastic Muppet humor. So I should probably rank it higher, but I'll leave it there. Um, so starting at number five, um, Home Alone, uh, and the big reason for that Andrea kind of reminded me is um, like just so many pieces. Like the physical comedy is fantastic with Joe Pesci and Daniel um, Daniel Stern, and I mean that John Candy scene, Gus Polinski and the Polka Kings or whatever from Very Big in Sheboygan. Um, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
you can't like just for that. I mean, come on. So that's my number five. Um, Number four is It's a Wonderful Life. Um, it's just a classic. There's no two ways about it. I know it's your number one, and it could be a number one on anyone's list. It's probably number one on more people's lists than not. Just a classic Jimmy Stewart movie. Good guy, facing challenges that we all face at some time or another. It's family friendly. Very much. It's very much like a Christmas Carol. You know.
But it's one of those movies that all generations of your family can watch.
Yep. Yep.
Like your granddad would like it, your dad would like it, your kids would like it just because of like the whole like so much stuff in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I watched it with my kids, and they liked it. And I mean, there you go. Sounds like somebody either won or blew up their slot machine here. Uh,
Something like that. Or they're breaking into it, one or the other. Um
yeah. So
okay,
that was number four. So my number
four, yeah.
three is Trailer Park Christmas Special, Trailer Park Boys Christmas Special. So fucking awesome.
And,
I
and you're making fun of my Rudolph as a TV show, and yours is the Trailer Park Boys. Like,
Yeah,
come
I know.
on.
I can't not. It's so great. I mean, I love
I
that,
haven't
man.
seen it.
I've watched it every year since it came out, and it features like the shitmobile, like it's like a prequel almost. Like the
I
shitmobile looks brand new. Leahy's married to Barb still, and yeah, it's just fantastic. Classic scene is uh, Lucy when what I don't want to spoil too much, but it happens pretty early in the piece. Um,
I might try and watch it before I go on
you
holidays.
should. It's on Netflix. Ricky's in jail. Lucy thinks he's staying in jail over Christmas, and she gives Julian a mistletoe belt buckle.
Okay,
Come on. And then
okay.
and then Ricky's speech at the end is actually really good. So if you're an adult and you still have the whimsy of a fellow like me that loved Yogi's First Christmas and Muppet Christmas Carol and all that stuff, you're gonna love Trailer Park Boys Christmas Special, and that's literally what it's called. Um, the next like my next two are it was really hard for me to pick number one because they're both kind of my favorite. Um, uh, but I finally decided on what my number one is. My number two is Die Hard. Um, I've watched that every Christmas since it came out. Um, when it came out, I was underage, and my mom was taking me to the theater to see Last Temptation of Christ, directed by Martin Scorsese, because it came out at the same time of season as Die Hard, so like a couple weeks
Okay.
before Christmas. And it ironically, that movie was sold out. It was a big movie, Last Temptation of Christ. It was kind of controversial for the time. Um, it's amazing how values slip over like two generations, but whatever. Um, anyway, it was sold out, so we're at the theater anyway. My mom and I are going to the movies. I'm like a teenager, so Bob, we still want to spend time together. So we're like, hey, I loved Bruce Willis from the TV show Moonlighting. I thought I loved his smart mouth and like he was a good guy and all that. So I'm like, oh, well, let's go see this Die Hard thing. Fell in love with it, and as a movie, it's fantastic. It qualifies as a Christmas movie because Christmas is part of the plot, so to speak. It's actually a mechanism of the story. So um,
But is it just, I don't want to break up your conversation here, but,
yeah,
but Bruce Willis himself in an interview said Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I'm just telling you,
I don't.
he,
Yeah, well, you know what? Luckily, we don't have arbiters of art in society, and people can make hundreds of thousands of dollars stapling a banana to a cardboard box. And so art is personal.
okay,
I choose. It's a Christmas movie. It is. I watch it
okay.
every year at around Christmas. Garno Theater, which they call Metro Cinema, which I never will call, plays it every year, and I go about half the time. So at Christmas.
Okay, and
So
what's your
all
number?
of yeah, yeah,
Or,
yeah. All of our Christmas choices, like, and most Christmas movies are, and this is why I picked this one number one. Deal with some kind of struggle and some big redemption that ties into Christmas. I mean, I think just about everything we talked about is that. Um, this movie, Christmas Vacation, my number one choice, has none of that. There really isn't any struggle at all. It's just Clark bitching about his bonus. And it just becomes like a fantastic cornucopia of Christmas vignettes that most of us in some way, shape, or form have encountered. And it just harkens back, even when it came out, to all the Christmases we used to have, just like the original vacation harkened back to family vacations and all that. So and there's just so many classic scenes,
I,
classic lines.
I'm, I'm with you on that movie. That is, it's not my number one, but it's on my list. It's a great movie. I especially love the toboggan scene. And
Yeah.
And I love Randy Quaid. as the cousin.
Yeah,
He's fantastic. All the things that could possibly go wrong at Christmas happened there. Um, and most of it caused by Randy Quaid in one way, shape, or form. But yes, such a great movie.
and everybody has like this is a testament to the movie too, where like I said, we're not talking about the classic, rising arc, falling arc, date or denouement, climax, all that shit. Like we're talking about like just a host of
It
scenes
was,
that illustrate Christmas for us. And almost everybody I talk to has a different, I mean, I love the one you talked about, but like one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when the family goes shopping and Clark gets caught in the attic. And I mean, the physical comedy is
and
fantastic.
or when the great uncle blows up the Christmas tree.
Yeah,
Um,
we could talk all cast about this. Like I'm just
or
saying.
or the or the or the when Santa Claus goes flying through the air from the front yard because of the gas leak. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
actually,
yes.
Margot's a good name for uh, lesbian Christmas grandma. Just calling you Margot.
Okay. So now we're into the
Margot. Why are we moving on, Margot?
now that we're into the insult phase of Christmas, let's because we have limited time on this part of the episode because the game will be starting soon. So why
Well,
don't we
but that's not why we have limited time. Why do we have limited time, Jimmy?
because I was late, okay, and because I was helping a family member out,
I know I'm not.
as
I'm.
as
I'm
so-
not.
as some as it's not something that you do a lot of, but it's just people that have hearts do that. But
I don't. I don't have the right to give you grief about that because this is something we do for fun. And yeah, I was joking before, and good
no,
for
no,
you.
no. But we're just. But I'm just saying. So I'm riding your ass just the same as you are mine. So what we are
Hang
gonna
on,
do is we are doing a blind gift exchange.
just before
What do
we
you
do
want?
that. Just before we do that, we didn't talk about our week, and that's fine. That's all well and good. People are probably relieved by that. But Saturday was we went out for my sister's birthday. It was a fun time. But actually, today, this exact day, is my sister's birthday. So I want to wish you a happy birthday, Andrea. We love you, and we think you're the best.
So for those who are listening and don't know exactly what day it is, today is December 16th, which is Andrea's birthday.
Andrea, my
Andrea.
sister, Andrea,
Okay,
not to be
Andrea.
confused with my life partner, Andrea.
But you mostly call her Graf, so I don't
For
know.
that reason,
I just go, hey you. Um, it's just easier. So we are gonna do just a straight across the board gift exchange. We both shopped in we're at Sherbrooke Pub. We more than likely went Christmas shopping at Sherbrooke Liquor, which is right next door. I actually did on my way here, and I'm going to give you this. You don't get both bottles. You get to pick which one you want. It's obviously booze, and
yeah.
and it's in a big paper bag.
Okay.
And
I got you a bottle, and I'll explain. Why don't you go first?
okay, so because I was given instructions when coming into this that I'm not supposed to look. I'm supposed to show the camera first. So I'm showing the camera first, and it says, "Okay, I guess I can look at the thing."
Kilbeggan, Kilbeggan Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey. Is that good stuff?
Yeah, well, actually, Kilbeggan is fantastic. It's probably my favorite Irish whiskey. It's distilled in my dad's county, where my family's from, in Westmeath.
Oh, I thought you were saying your dad's basement. Um,
He got the recipe when he was in jail. They made it in toilets. No, no, no. Um, no, it's fantastic whiskey, but this one is unique. It's um, limited batch, small batch. and it's because I know you like rye. It's not made from typically like what they typically make Irish whiskey from is barley. Um, and this is made from rye. So I'm excited to see what you think about it. So it's Irish
Oh,
whiskey,
well,
but turn it around, you can see it's Irish whiskey, but it's made with rye.
so what we're going to do is, because this is a gift exchange and today is Tuesday and we're doing part two tomorrow, we will actually try our, our, our Christmas presents live on the show tomorrow.
That's a good
There we
idea.
go.
And the other thing is, I'm willing to bet that one of the gifts or one of my two choices, door number one or door number two, is that Tabor whiskey. And I was very, very, very tempted to get that for you, but then I didn't want it to be boring. So I decided
Uh,
to.
I got you one of two, and they're both from Tabor or Tabor whiskey. Like
Okay,
you
yeah,
just you
yeah.
just you just get to choose which one. So we got the Tabor Corn Bourbon Whiskey 101 is that one, and then you got the Tabor Corn Bourbon is the other one. So
Oh, okay.
you get to pick your
Yeah, well, thank
because
you.
yeah, you don't get both
No, I know. Don't
because
worry.
because both the bottles of that whiskey is worth more than you are to me. Um,
What's the difference? Whiskey 101.
once I have no idea, but
Oh,
about
I know.
about
It's it's
about
it's alcohol content.
about $15.
I'll take the traditional Tabor corn bourbon, and I'll give you the other one. And I know
Oh,
we both love
oh,
it.
this is the 101. That,
Yeah.
okay, perfect.
Are you happy
I
with
have
that? John?
100% I am. I have
And you know how
that
boring
makes
it would have
bottle
been
number
if I
two.
got you the same thing. 'Cause I almost did.
That would have been funny. But we are getting into the hockey game right away.
That's probably more like something you and your partner, your fellow grandmother do. Get each other the same
Okay, I'm not a lesbian.
thing.
Okay. I I like women, but I'm also a man. So I just have the haircut.
You
Okay,
should get a man here. It's a nice
so
wedge. It's a nice
so
wedge, Margot.
this this was part one of our Christmas podcast, and if we're both still alive tomorrow, we're going to do part two. Um, but but this was the bold and short of it podcast episode number. We're 26, right?
26.
26, part one. You will get part two tomorrow. Hey, how's it going? My name is James P. White. This is Chris Mooney. This is part two of our Christmas podcast. This is episode number, is it 26?
26, yeah.
We're on 26. So we did our first part yesterday at Sherbrooke Pub, where we did a gift exchange, where we basically, as alcoholics do, you give your friends alcohol, and we were going to show show it at the end, but yeah, that's the one I gave him, and this is the this is the one that he gave me, and yes, we're drinking. So this is again the second part of our Christmas podcast. We are going to be talking about other things other than Christmas. We were kind of condensed yesterday with the time frame that we had, so let's get started. Let's skip our week. No one really cares. We were
We left our loyal audience at Sherbrooke Pub so we can tell what happened after. We were excited about the Oiler game. The Edmonton Oilers won 6-4.
oh
Leon
they did have
Draisaitl Leon Draisaitl got his thousandth. Tristan Jarry got his second win as an Oiler. Stuart Skinner lost, and I lost the pool by one friggin' goal. What they do at
yeah
Sherbrooke, what they do at Sherbrooke is you could buy. There's 10 squares, and they all have. You don't know what number you're gonna get. They fold it back after they get all the money, and you buy one number, one through zero, I guess, um, or one through nine, No, 1-0. And if the score ends 2-1, then whoever had three wins the pot, which is $100 minus what you put in. If it's 3-2, the number's five. So you're five. Sadly, last night I had number nine. I bought two squares for $20. I had 4 and 9. And with less than 30 seconds to play, after the Oilers scored an empty netter, it was 6-3, which, by the way, adds up to nine. And our friend of the podcast, Paul Hovland, him and I were celebrating, high fiving. I was talking about how I was going to get the tab, and then they scored to make it 6-4 with like 20 seconds left or something. So that part sucked, but it was fun. I'm glad the Oilers won. If I had a choice, I'd rather the Oilers win and um, they keep my money. So that's what happened. It's all good. A
Hey,
little disappointing though.
it it was a fun night. What I remember of it.
Hmm. We didn't stay out too late either.
No, but we drank hard though.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
I
was
I, I think in the first 10 minutes I was there, I had like 4 glasses of beer, and then you started switching to the wine as you do.
Yeah, that wolf stuff that's like syrup. It's pretty thick.
Oh, oh yeah, it's 5.5% too. So
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that was fun. Cheers.
yeah, it was a good night. Yesterday during the day, I kind of dog sat, and then if you if you didn't see the part in the podcast, I will. I'll remind you of a rude comment that was said by my co-host on said podcast. That that he really liked my lesbian haircut, lesbian grandma haircut. Um,
Whoa, whoa, Margot, relax.
you're such a dick. Yeah. So that happened. That was yesterday. Uh, when dealing with the week, let's deal with the week in a non us way in some of the stuff that happened this week. One of which was, we kind of touched on it yesterday on the podcast. Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer Reiner, were killed this week by their son, which
Allegedly,
is
allegedly.
allegedly allegedly. But and I was watching. I was I went down a wormhole, I guess you can say, and I saw where they were talking about the fact that Billy Crystal and his wife went to the murder scene because they were really good friends with the Reiners. And when Rob Reiner's daughter found the bodies, she called Billy Crystal and said they've been killed. And like I saw a video clip, and the devastated look on them is just
Yeah, that's just so sad. Um,
it is, and so close
and
to Chris.
yeah,
Like it, like the thing with that is that their daughter, they're stuck. She's stuck with that as a Christmas memory that her parents died just before Christmas. Like
yeah.
that's something you never forget.
No, and hopefully there's lots of friends like Billy Crystal and his wife and other family to support them through that difficult time. But yeah, what a tough loss. And you know what? Say what you want about the man's politics. I wasn't a fan. I didn't like the whole Russiagate stuff, and we won't have to. We don't get into that. But um, an absolute titan of like 20th century movie making. I mean, how many just ridiculous classics had his name attached to them? Like,
Like
I mean,
so many.
and like you were like everyone knows when Harry Met Sally and Spinal Tap and Princess Bride, but I mean, I forgot that he did A Few Good Men, and that's just a phenomenal movie. And I mean,
Oh, I totally, yeah. I
Go, Ghost of
Yeah,
Mississippi, um,
he did. He did Stand by Me. He did
Stand by
Misery.
Me. I mean, we grew up with that stuff. Did he do Misery?
He did Misery. He did
Wow.
He did Wolf of Wall Street. He did Bucket List with Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson. Like so many movies. You
I
met,
have to I have to admit that When Harry Met Sally is just a perennial classic for me. Just a funny movie. Um, I love that scene where they're like I watched it I think in the theater, but that scene where they're driving the car and he's eating grapes and he turns his head to spit the seeds out the window and the window's up. Like it's so simple, but I laugh for like 2 minutes.
yeah, like
Um,
it's like, and of course Rob Reiner is also well known as Meathead from All in the
yeah,
Family,
All in the Family.
and so like yeah, he's
And like you know what,
it's
you know, like I said, say what you will about the man's politics, but James Woods was friends with him, and James Woods is very much considered a conservative voice, uh, a man with conservative values, and which are very much juxtaposed with those of uh, Mr. Reiner. And I saw a clip where he just spoke so glowingly of him, said we remain friends. He gave me a job when I needed it, and he was in Ghosts of Mississippi. And you know, it's a real testament to how we can agree to disagree and get along and be friends and all that. And yeah, time like this, when you lose someone like that, for all the things, I think maybe the best thing we can do is like we're doing, celebrating all of the good things he did and the wonderful movies that he directed. I mean, a lot of credit to the man.
like like you were talking about, not agreeing with his politics, and there's many people in across the world that did not agree with his politics and totally. And but either way, no one. I've said this many times before. No one deserves to die because of they disagree with you, that they don't believe in your politics or whatever it is. Because we kind of touched on that with Charlie Kirk and how he there was a lot of people that didn't agree with him or whatever. But no one deserves like I don't care what you believe. No one deserves to die because of what you believe.
Personally, and again, like I think no matter what agreements or disagreements that you might have with anybody in your life or whatever, it's never ever lose your own humanity, and empathy. And again, rather than mourn the loss of a guy like Rob Reiner, I think maybe we should our energy might be better directed to be grateful for the wonderful movies he left us that we can watch
and
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 enjoy.
and and celebrate what his legacy really
Yeah,
is great movie making, great TV. He was involved in so TV as well. Like
yeah.
he did, like so. Let's to Rob
Rob
Reiner,
Reiner,
and also someone who passed away. Actually, I think it was yesterday. Gil Gerard, and we
Buck
were kind of
Rogers.
talking about Buck Rogers of the 25th century. Uh, Seeing that kind of encouraged me to the pilot movie on, and it's so corny and it's so great. Like it's like, and it came out in the 70s, so they're doing almost like disco dancing. It's disco music kind of stuff, with the baggy pants
Yeah.
and everything.
That
It's
was you said
such.
a pilot movie. It was a TV show. I remember watching it.
Yeah, but it was released like maybe after, because it was 2 episodes. The It was 2 episodes, but it was later released as a movie. But it
Um,
was the exact same thing as 2 episodes.
I think that was not the '70s, but the early. Oh yeah, it came out in '79. Um,
But they still
I
had the
love.
bell bottom pants,
Oh
and
yeah, I love that show. And I had a massive crush on Colonel Deering. She was
uh, again, we talked about this off air. Who
a smoke
didn't?
show. Yeah,
I I I I, I used to. I remember we were watching it, and one time I was watching it. My dad says, "Okay, close your mouth. You're drooling." Um,
That show didn't last long. Eh? It had kind of a. I loved it. I couldn't wait to watch it every time it came out, and then it just stopped.
yeah, like because the thing is uh is the guy who created it. He was doing so many series at the time. Can't think of his name,
He massively
but like
benefited from Star Wars
but
because all of that is
because he it was because he did Battlestar Galactica. He Glenn A. Larson. So he
oh,
did
okay.
that. He did Knight Rider. He did. I think he was even 18
Moonlighting with
Moonlighting.
Bruce Willis. Yeah.
So he so that one probably didn't have huge popularity, and he kind of focused his
Energy.
energy on some of the other properties that were lasting longer.
Anyway, that
And
was that was a great show. Gil Gerard seemed like a really nice guy too. So to Gil Gerard,
yeah, to Gil Gerard. Okay, let's talk. Let's quit talking about people dying. Um, and we
literally.
actually in our final episode of our podcast, I do have a list. It's a very long list, but we'll kind of condense it the best way we can of a ton of people that died in 2025. But I was going through the list of people that died, and I'm like, I thought they were already dead. Like there was a couple people on the list that I'm like, I didn't know they were still here. Like that sounds horrible to say, but
Yeah.
it that was it. It was one of those things. But let's celebrate the life of someone who's still here. And his Dick Van Dyke, he turned
Yeah.
100 years old this week.
Wow.
Dick Van Dyke, that if you like, and I saw a video of him like last year dancing like he was 17. Like he can still dance and sing and do his thing, and he's hasn't lost a step in my opinion. You
What's
know,
his what's his signature role? Like, well, I know he was in one of those Disney type deals. Chitty
he
Chitty
did Mary
Bang
he
Bang.
did he did Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
He
That was him.
he was on. I think wasn't he on the Mary Tyler Moore show? Uh,
Mm-mm. No, no, I don't think he was.
he,
A lot of big names on that show, though.
Carol Burnett. I think he was on Carol Burnett.
I don't think he was.
I'm just pulling shit out of my ass right now.
He
Um,
wasn't a regular cast member on the Carol Burnett show. Anyway, good for him. Hopefully, he's
Actually, yes,
happy.
he was. Yes, he was. And that's on the top of the list of things that he's been part of is the Carol Burnett show.
I didn't say. I don't think he was a regular cast member. Is all I'm saying.
Uh, okay, yeah, but he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yep,
He actually had
good for
his
him.
own talk. He had his own talk show. It was called the Dick Van Dyke Show. Uh, that okay. I don't mean to make fun of the guy, but could you imagine growing up with that name,
Well,
like with like Dick and Dyke? Um, you know,
yeah.
I don't
Speaking of
know.
that, I love the new haircut.
Shut up. Uh,
Looking great, Margot.
okay, ladies and gentlemen, on our next podcast, we will be talking about the celebrities that passed away in 2025. One of those might be Chris Mooney by natural causes. Um,
Yeah,
he was
one of those
naturally
stories.
choked to death. Um,
And something else I came across today. The Stones were supposed to do a tour. I mean, they don't do like 200 show tours like you
no,
know active bands, but they do like stadium shows, 5 or 6 or whatever. And they canceled that because Keith Richards' arthritis is pretty bad. So what's sad news. But hopefully they can bang off a show or two in the coming year. And it's my understanding that they just finished a new record. So as a Stones fan, that makes me happy.
uh, that they have a new album.
Yep. Last one was good. Almost all their records are good. Like I have all of them. They're great. Their last one,
Yeah.
Hackney Diamonds, won a Grammy actually.
Oh wow. I like the Stones, but it's not my top 10. But I'm a fan.
One
But
of the best albums of all time is their epic double album called Exile on Main Street.
oh
I I,
yes, 100%.
I encourage anyone to check that out. It's fantastic.
And okay, so that's let's get into something different. Unless you want to keep going with
No,
that, but we got Dick Van Dyke. He's a hunter.
oh, you had something in here about legendary rock band singer awarded a knighthood. Who's that?
Yes. Roger Daltrey from the Who.
Oh wow,
He is being he on a Wednesday he was awarded a knighthood at Windsor Castle.
Sir Roger Daltrey.
Sir Roger Daltrey.
I wonder how Pete Townsend feels about that.
Has he? Because I
No, he ran into a little trouble like a while ago, like 10, 20 years ago. Um, Something to do with child pornography. And
oh
yeah, I don't want to elaborate because I don't know, but I think he said that he was researching some sort of musical theater opera piece or whatever. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. But it would suck if you and I were in a band since we're kids and we're still together and the band still plays. We wrote all the songs together and I get a knighthood, but you don't. All I'm saying.
uh but in our case I kind of understand it. Like if I ever get knighted because of this podcast, um I wouldn't feel bad for you. Um
If anyone knighted you, you'd probably want to knight yourself because you'd be so anxious to get your hands on the sword. You're
as
like,
you can see behind
yeah,
me I have a couple. Um but yes. But I don't think that we can be knighted because we're not British.
we're not British. No, we're not British. I wouldn't want to be
We're
either.
not
In fact,
okay.
if we were in Britain right now and I said that, I'd probably get arrested. But we can talk about that another day.
Yeah, let's do that. So next on our list, let's just do the news of the week kind of stuff. Go through your sports quick. What do you have?
Well, I already talked about the Oilers. They played Thursday night against Boston. They're still on a roadie. I think they got two more games on this road trip. They play Boston and Minnesota. Um, since Boston's tomorrow, they probably play Minnesota on Saturday or something. Then they come home. They play Vegas at home. Um, I think the night after they play Minnesota. Tough schedule, but they're doing well. I think they've won five of their last six. They still haven't put together three wins in a row, but let's hope that that changes soon. Um, yeah, and then the Toronto Blue Jays signed, and this is interesting. This might some of you might find this interesting. They um they signed um a pitcher that's a sidearm pitcher, so he pitches low. And I don't know if you ever seen a sidearm pitcher. I mean, if you watch pitchers and you watch their arms in slow motion, it's just creepy how it's like contorted. Like no wonder half of them get Tommy John surgery. But
Just
this,
because they do it this way, don't they?
they go like they go back and then overarm and whatever. But any of you who watched the Jays in the playoffs, you might have remembered Trey Savage, and his delivery. He comes up like this, like he's like his arm is not kind of like at his side, but over his head, and it's hard for batters to see what's coming because of the angle at which he delivers his throw. It's the highest delivery point in the major leagues, and it's over 7 feet. And this Tyler Rogers kid, just by way of comparison, he has the lowest delivery. He's not even a sidearm; he's almost an underarm, and he goes way back and he delivers like his sweeping motion along the ground, and his release point is like a little over a meter, so from the ground. So he's a little over a meter from the ground, the lowest delivery point in the majors, and the highest delivery point are both now Blue Jays. So you'll see what I mean when you see them play in 100 days. It's actually 100 days between now and opening day. So
I I have it on my calendar.
well, I for one of it, I'm excited. It's going to be a hell of a year. Um, Other news, sports adjacent is I don't want to get into a big debate or anything, and I don't think we will, but uh, Skate Canada has announced that they will not be holding any events in Alberta because of Alberta legislation banning men from playing women's sports. So they're definitely taking a stand um, against that Alberta policy. And last time I checked, over 2/3 of Albertans don't want men competing against women. So whether or not it's correct or not, I don't know. Minister of
Ne-
Sport for Canada.
Okay, so to kind of correct what you're saying is a little bit to make it a little clearer is men that were people that were born as men cannot participate as a woman
Yep,
in sports in Alberta.
that's almost exactly
That's
what the legislation says, and that was passed a little
yeah.
earlier this year. And so obviously, people who are um, supporters of the trans movement or whatever aren't happy about that. And but I mean, all women should be, all women athletes should be. Um, I mean, it's you have to have your head in the sand, not to acknowledge that um, there's a definite advantage to being a man, and we've seen it in sports. I think the International Olympic Committee is considering banning men from women's sports, and I think it's what
I thought they did
yeah
because there was a couple of times like in like the swimmer. I can't think of the name that
yeah
they were stripped of their medals because they were born as a man.
yeah. Leah Thomas, the fella called himself, but he'd stroll around the women's locker room with his Johnson hanging out and traumatizing the poor girls, but you know, as horrible and horrifying as that is, imagine training your whole life, you get to the NCAA level, the tippy top of the top in your sport, and you lose to a man. All those years of training, practicing, like especially swimming. Like I knew swimmers who swam competitively, and they get up at like 4:35 in the morning, go train, then come to school. And I mean, it's just terrible. And if you think about this, I mean, there's obviously a decided um, advantage, like biological advantage that men have over women. I mean, that's just a fact. It's reality. And to deny that, and to um, the victims are the women themselves who have to endure that unfair playing field. Like think about this for a minute. I mean, I represented our province in soccer, and I almost made Team Canada when I was a kid, um, under 18. And imagine if I decided that I identified as a 6-year old and wanted to play in the 6-year-old soccer league with 6-year-old kids. I mean, anyway, um, I'm
Actually,
proud of.
in a more realistic way of looking at it would be if I, being the size of a 6 year old, decided, hey, because I'm the same size as them, I can compete with them in any of those sports, being their size. So why not? Like,
Well, you're a man, and
cut.
you have man strength. Believe it or not, like just because you're
No,
in a
no,
smaller
no,
package.
but that's more of a realistic way of looking at what you're saying is rather than you competing with a 6 year old, is that fair? No. Is me competing with a 6 year old, is that fair because we're the same height? No, it isn't. And like, it's because
I'll tell you one thing.
if, if you're physically stronger because of something medical, you should not like it's, I don't know. Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
that if I was on the soccer pitch playing against your grandchildren, you and your lesbian life partner would be the first people to say something about it.
Okay, I'm not a lesbian. Yeah, okay, I may have a haircut that you say is I like women, but I actually am a man. Um, End of story.
So
Okay,
anyway,
so
that's I'll wrap. We'll call it for sports there. Um, I don't exist in fantasy football. I have one game this week. Or sorry, I have a match. I'm playing another fella this week, and basically the loser is the 12th team in a 12-man league. So I'm playing for pride now. I didn't make the playoffs. All I'm doing is trying to keep my head above water so that I don't end up being the ultimate loser of the fantasy this year. So, little word of advice, folks
is
out there: um, don't trust AI when you're drafting in fantasy. That's all I'm going to say about that.
is your son beating you?
Yeah, he's in the semis. This week he's in the semis. It's an epic matchup. Um, he's got a good team. I'm cheering for him. Um, but he's playing a guy who just dominated last week. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, let's get into more of a festive conversation now that we kind of touched on most of the stuff that we have here. Uh, let's get into Christmas. Can we, like yesterday, on the podcast, we talked about our top 10 favorite Christmas movies. What's your favorite Christmas memory of all time?
Oh, of all time? Gosh, that's a good
Like
question.
your personal Christmas
Yeah.
memory. Like, tell us a
Oh,
story.
that's really hard to say. And you and I both, I'm sure. Like, I was lucky enough to, uh, be, I am lucky enough to be part of a family that very loving and supportive, and we always had the best Christmases. We never had big gatherings like for Christmas dinner. Like there would always be someone else besides the five of us. I have two sisters and my parents. But we kind of, I don't want to say kept to ourselves. I mean, obviously my parents had lots of friends and stuff, but um, we didn't have the big uncle this and auntie that and cousins. And my mom was the youngest of 13 kids, and my dad came here from Ireland, and he was an only child. So there wasn't a lot of extended family, but my mom used to have one of my mom's sisters used to have a get together every Christmas Eve that my parents insisted we go to after mass, and there were so many people. It was in my auntie Ollie's basement, and back then, I mean, and everyone's just getting after it, like to drinking and smoking, and I mean, we would leave there, and my eyes would be burning from the smoke. And I remember my sister, my little sister Andrea, whose birthday was yesterday. Um, one of my uncles, older uncles, like he was smoking and he was sitting next to her. And she had this big long table and everyone's sitting down eating. He was smoking and he was cutting her meat and he had a cigarette between his fingers and he's cutting her turkey or something. And the fucking cherry fell off, landed on her plate. Just goes like this. you know, I don't even think that I don't associate worst with Christmas, so I don't want to say worst memory. I'll call that my funniest memory. Um, you and I privately could talk about other stuff. I don't want to expose my family too much, um, but no, I enjoyed every Christmas. And my parents were very generous, and so we always got nice gifts and stuff. And I'll leave it at that.
What about,
Uh, but
what about you and your kids? Do you have a,
Yeah, well, yeah, with the kids. We usually go skiing. Like Andrew and I would take the kids skiing every winter, just before Christmas. Up until recently, we would go with my parents to Jasper, like the whole family, stay at the Sawridge. It goes by a different name now, Forest Park Inn or something. But just a wonderful hotel. My parents would get the suite, and we'd all come down for Christmas and stay for 2 or 3 days. go skiing. Um, and that was my folks are a little older now, so we're not doing that. But that was always a treat. And Jasper's wonderful and very it's glorious in Christmas time. With the snow and the mountains, and and you see your share of livestock too.
Yeah.
Slash reindeer. So yeah, those are all
Yeah.
fantastic memories.
One like the same as you, I had a family that every Christmas we would get together. We'd have a meal with our entire immediate family. And then as my brothers and sisters got married, had kids, then we'd have, huge get togethers with all of them. Cause I have one brother, two sisters. My brother has five kids. My
Oh,
sister has three and my other sister has two. And then, and I have none. So I was the least expensive family member. Uh, but we would,
are they
on
accepting of
Christmas,
your lifestyle?
okay, drop it, drop it. Okay, seriously, drop it.
Okay, that's the last one.
Okay, so I even forgot what I was saying now. On Christmas Eve, we would get together, have my mom would make a Ukrainian Christmas meal, like pierogies,
Yeah,
sausage,
keep going.
cabbage rolls, all that kind of stuff. And then we'd do a small gift exchange. And we've been doing this part on Christmas Eve since I was young is my mom would give us either socks and underwear,
Yeah,
like for Christmas on Christmas Eve, and then pajamas or, like when we were kids to sleep in for Christmas, and then a nice outfit for that was Christmas Eve. And we'd have a nice meal, and that was all the way since we were kids. And then we'd have our big Christmas meal and gift exchange and everything on Christmas Day. But my favorite Christmas memory dealing with that was Christmas of 2019. On Christmas Eve, we had that was the last time my entire family showed up at my mom's house, my mom and dad's house. It was my dad's last Christmas. He, you know, passed away about 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. So we had a gift exchange. Dad gave, on Christmas Eve, all of us like a personal gift. I actually got a personalized, like, uh, what is it? Like the hand watch, like, the one, the pocket watch,
Apple Watch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a
pocket
nice
watch.
gift. Oh, nice.
And and it was, to James love dad. And like, so we all got together. It was a great day. Uh, like my parents were just both beat after the day because we were kind
Oh,
of,
I bet.
um, and, and then, and that was one of my favorite memories is just that last, Christmas with my dad. Cause the worst Christmas memory is actually kind of in conjunction to that was actually Christmas Day. That's the next day is my my dad was, yeah, having health issues and he was yelling for my mom, but she was sleeping and her door was closed. So he yelling woke me up. I had to go wake my mom up and we had to take him to the hospital. And he stayed in the hospital until I left on December 30th. So the last time I saw my dad, which was at Christmas, and that or like on the 30th, but and it was in the hospital. And we spent
Okay.
Christmas Day with my dad. It was just me, my mom, and my dad. My brothers and sisters would made quick appearances, but they were, they had
They and their
kids.
families. Yeah, yeah.
They were dealing with the Christmas with their family. Like me and mom had uh leftovers for dinner in my dad's room on
Yeah.
Christmas Day. It like and we spent the entire day from 9 o'clock in the morning when they took him to the hospital till we went to bed at when they kicked us out because of visiting hours. But
Yeah.
that was both my favorite and worst was within 2 days of each other. But I wouldn't change that Christmas
Uh,
Eve for anything in the world. It was a great day, and it's one of my
it's
favorite memories with my whole family.
to your old man,
To
to Jim.
to to Jim Thomas James White.
Um, well, it's kind of like what we said. We were talking about Rob Reiner before. You wouldn't trade anything for that Christmas Eve, so it's a gift that you got to experience it.
Yeah, and
I should mention that, like I said, like Christmas Day, we would typically like it might be the parish priest or it might be friends of a friend of my parents or whatnot that didn't have someone to come, someone to have Christmas with that would, so it was rarely just the five of us at Christmas Day meal. There'd always be one or two people that would join us and obviously be welcome
from
with open arms.
uh,
Um, Go ahead.
people from your church.
Or, from church or like just someone that works with for my dad or someone that we know or whatever that didn't have family or.
That
And
were alone for Christmas.
yes, yes. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Did you guys always open one present on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, like it was like one gift, but we always got like an outfit. Like as I said, pajamas on Christmas Eve. On Christmas Day, we would get a fancy, outfit to wear for Christmas. But yeah, on Christmas Eve, it was usually we got like some kind of toy or gift or something, but
Yeah.
pajamas, but pajamas to wear to bed on Christmas Eve.
I got another funny story. One of the Christmases in Jasper, I mean, we're all adults by now, and we do the we do the gift exchange where you can steal a gift from somebody else. Like you draw numbers and everybody brings a gift and you pick and what do they call that? Something Santa.
Secret
But
Santa.
no, it's not Secret Santa. It's like I buy a gift, you buy a gift, everybody buys a gift. You wrap it. There's no names, and then everybody draws a number. And so number one gets his pick of the litter. But then at the end, number two can steal number ones. So like if there's like 10 of you, you want 10 because you know what all the gifts are and you can just go yank one for someone else. But you can't,
And there's so many different names for it. One of which is like a white elephant gift exchange. There's like so many different versions of it,
yeah,
but like I've done that for staff, like at work,
yeah,
we've done
we used
that.
to do that. We used to do that at my office Christmas parties. But anyway, but we would always like my two sisters and me and our partners, like with you, your lesbian wife or whatever, you guys would do that. Last time, sorry.
You said you were dropping it.
I know it's dropped, but we would all throw in and buy my parents a gift, in honor and appreciation of them. And usually something really nice. But there's just like this unspoken kind of tacit rule that you don't go beyond that because then like you're showing other people out up. And my older sister Colette and my brother-in-law Diener, um, one of those Christmases, they're like, oh, when everyone's unwrapping their gifts and my parents unwrap their gift from all of us, they go, oh, we got something else for you. Colette and Dean did, and I'm like, what? You're like deliberately showing us up, and like and it was a couple of
You're competitive even at Christmas, eh?
no, it's just a little bit greasy. Like you come in there and we all agree, and then they're like, oh, look at us, we got you another gift. Like it was a couple of my pillows or whatever, and hence like every Christmas after, like we called it Pillowgate
Uh,
because they undercut us all and wanted to they showed everybody up with their fancy fucking pillows. Pillowgate. That was a good memory too.
yeah, you have to be that competitive, eh?
it's not competitive. It's like we all agreed we're gonna all put in for this nice gift, and then you come in and you go, hey, look at us, we got you something else. Like it's not about
You know,
competitive.
I would just say, hey, thank you. Well,
You're like
well,
showing everybody up by getting the extra gift. Like it's a little bit offside.
no, there's nothing competitive about that at all. I'm so
It's
sorry.
Pillowgate.
I'm
Pillowgate.
I'm so sorry for accusing you of being, competitive. Uh,
Um, but no matter what we talk about, we all have our families and our traditions, and if we're lucky, and you and I are both lucky, and like I said, it's a time of year where you got to really cherish that and appreciate it and embrace it. And I'm looking forward to doing that in a week.
yes. For this year, are you doing anything special? Like anything like with your family? Are you going anywhere? Are you doing like the
No,
same thing?
yeah, we're kind of doing the same thing, except my younger sister Audrey is hosting at her house, and our family and their family. Like you met Paul last night.
Yeah.
Like he's my brother-in-law. Like he's on that side of the family. Um, Everybody gets along really well. So they got a pretty big house, but they host everybody. We're talking like 20 people. So
Oh
that's
wow.
happening on Christmas Day, and don't really have like we're doing a gift opening with my parents and the kids um, on Christmas Eve morning, I think. And Andrea usually makes a big breakfast, and we get I don't want to say get that out of the way, but that's when we do our gift exchange. And then Andrea's sister Lorna, um, her husband Rob, he's got a pretty big family, and they always celebrate Christmas together. They take turns hosting, like Christmas Day. So, like with them, we usually go there Boxing Day, or they'll come here. We kind of alternate. Um, but we're doing it this Saturday, which is I don't know what date that is. This Saturday, the twentieth,
That I
20th.
think it's the 20. I think it's the
Yeah,
21st
it's the 20th.
because
But
I have a Santa gig that day.
oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But so uh, I'm gonna make a turkey that day for when they come over. I love making turkey, so
Are
I'm looking
you are
forward to it.
you are you baking it or are you gonna smoke it? Like I know a lot of people that smoke their turkeys.
I smoke the turkey every year for Thanksgiving and Easter, and we have the family over. And I love it. It's fantastic. I even smoked a turkey one Christmas a couple Christmases ago when it was really warm, but it's too cold to fuck around with that right now. So I've got a turkey roaster. I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same baking protocol. It'll turn out great. It just won't have that extra little smoke flavor, but that's fine.
I,
But that's how I
I
intend
have
to
a
do it.
I have a friend that deep fries his like
Hmm.
with a grease deep fryer.
Yeah, I've done that before. It's quick. It's messy. Um, but nothing beats the smoked turkey. And I don't spatchcock it. I don't flatten it out. I put the whole thing in, and I at like 6 in the morning, and I baste that bastard when there's enough juice. Usually around noon, every half an hour. It's you can't beat it. It's my favorite. But I'll
What's
get the same. I'll get the same thing this year, just not without the smoke. I got a roaster.
what's spatchcocking? Sorry, I've never even heard that phrase
That's
before.
where like you have a turkey and it's big and round, like this, and like whoops, like yeah, like that. And with spatchcocking, what they do is like they break the back so that you have the wing on either side so that it's flat. So you got this round thing, you spatchcock it. It smokes faster because it's not rotund, and you just put it flat on the grill and you smoke it.
Oh, I couldn't do. I wouldn't be able to do that. That's just weird.
before I
Flattening
got
your
my
turkey.
before I got my smoker, before I started smoking turkeys, when we hosted, I would go to Smokehouse Barbecue, and they would smoke it for you, and you just go pick it
Okay.
up, and they give you a bunch of drippings and stuff, and that was good. But they spatchcock it, so they give you the turkey, and it's flat, right? And then you
Oh,
would
okay.
take it apart and all that. But yeah, we're doing that on Saturday for Andrea. We're having Andrea's sister and her husband, and their kids over. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, and then I haven't even talked to Andrea about Christmas Eve. You and I haven't talked about New Year's Eve. Probably Sherbrooke, eh?
I don't. Maybe I'm not sure. Like I've had a lot of people asking me. I haven't quite figured out. You know, maybe New Year's Eve I might spend it away from you and with some real friends who don't call me a lesbian. Um, but
Maybe with the church people, you could be like the New Year's baby or something.
why do I do this podcast? I don't know. Um,
Like I'm looking forward to seeing you as Cupid on Valentine's Day, Saint Valentine's Day.
I
Excuse me.
I I do it. I yes, I do it every year. I
Um,
have my tutu and everything.
Speaking of which, you've got a couple of gigs this weekend, eh?
Yeah, I have one gig. It's a work party for a local company. I'm doing that on Friday, and then I'm doing a private party on Saturday.
The private
And
party,
both
is it like,
days,
is it a company or a person or friends or?
it's a guy that I know, and he hasn't actually given me the details of what the party is. I just know the one is a company Christmas party that I'm going as Santa
And the
Claus,
Saturday is like someone with their friends and family, like at their acreage kind of thing or whatever.
or like a yeah, or some
And
kind of party.
Santa or elf, like what are you?
I'm both situations. They want me as Santa Claus because they think I think it is funny a midget showing up as Santa Claus, and then I hang out with fat people. Um, I might bring you as Vanna the elf. Um,
Yeah. I saw this tweet today on X. Uh, it's Santa and Rudolph from the show. You can read it.
okay,
Why don't you read it?
I can't read it when you hold your phone to the thing. It's not. It's
Rudolph,
too
I need you
small.
to guide my sleigh tonight. Yeah, well, Rudolph's got a long memory. Let me check my bag of fucks. Oh, that's right, it's empty. Anyway, and then you're going back home on the 30th, or sorry, on Monday.
On Monday, yes, I'm going to Tabor on Monday, and then I'm back the early afternoon on the 30th, in which we are doing our New Year's show.
Yes. So I I'm done my, yeah, not for nothing, but I'm drinking Tennessee whiskey. Um, Nelson's Greenbrier Tennessee whiskey. I just finished my glass of that, my tumbler of that. So I thought that in honor of Christmas and the wonderful gift that you gave me from Tabor, I would try some of the Tabor corn bourbon that you kindly gave me for Christmas.
Actually, that's what I'm drinking right now too, but I'm drinking the more expensive one. Um, this one here,
Oh,
it's Tabor Corn Bourbon Whiskey 101.
well, cheers.
Mine's a little bit different.
So you got the more expensive one for yourself or whatever.
I didn't get it for myself. I gave you the choice of,
I
and
know
I
it's
even
my
told
choice.
you, and I
Yeah,
even told you this one was the more expensive one, and you go, no, no, I like this one. I know this one. So don't blame me.
I'm not. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So I
So, Kate, are you done talking about what you're doing for Christmas, or do you got more?
no. I just poured a glass of the Tabor corn bourbon.
What do you think?
It's wonderful. It's not your grandpa's bourbon. It's not your father's bourbon. It's sweeter and it must be on account of the Tabor corn. But
Yeah,
it's
that's why a lot of like whiskeys and bourbons and stuff like that, they use Tabor corn because it's like the sweetest corn there is.
well, like bourbon's typically made in Kentucky and they use whatever corn they make there. Um, but it's much sweeter. I wouldn't call it a liqueur by any means, but If I had this next to like a Maker's Mark or any other bourbon, Wild Turkey or whatnot, I'd be able to pick it out pretty quick because it's got a more robust kind of sweet taste to it. But it's lovely. Thank you very much.
But in the summer, I got an idea because it just came up during this conversation. In the summer, we're gonna
You
do
got an
we're gonna
idea?
do a we're gonna do a tasting competition. We're gonna have normal bourbon and Tabor bourbon, and we're gonna have just normal corn on the cob and Tabor corn on the cob, and we're gonna see if we can tell the difference. Like we're gonna do because you say you can taste the difference in the bourbons,
Yeah,
and I know I can tell the difference between Tabor corn and any other corn on the cob. I know the difference because I grew up on Tabor corn. I didn't
yeah.
grow up. I just got old eating it. Um,
Uh,
but
when do they
but we can
harvest
do
it?
that in the summer.
It's not December, isn't it
Usually,
like September or something or August?
usually you can start getting it at the truck stands. Late July, early August.
Mm, I'll definitely do that. Maybe we should do a live podcast from my boat and we'll
From your
crush.
boat, but doing it from your boat is kind of a little bit of a
Oh, because
challenge
we're
with the
doing the
fact that you
corn
have
too. Yeah,
because you have to cook the corn. So we
yeah,
can do it live from your backyard. Um,
yeah, yeah. That's cool. I'll do it. But I'm telling you, I already said I'll be able to tell. Um, what's that
I
whiskey that
believe.
Connor McDavid backs? 'Cause, I gotta check this out because I did do that once. There's probably people watching right now. It's this, you idiot. Um,
Connor
uh,
McDavid's
Connor
whiskey.
Connor McGregor, not McDavid McGregor. I'm an idiot. Um, Connor McGregor whiskey. What is it
Oh
again?
yeah,
Proper 12. Proper 12. Proper 12. So
because I know Wayne has a whiskey. Gretzky does, doesn't he?
yeah, it's all rye. It's all crap. Like I don't drink rye, but um, the proper
But he has
12
a
is.
wine too.
Oh yeah, his wine's pretty good. We drank that at the hockey game, I think, when you and I went. You know, we were
You
sitting at
did.
the guest. Yeah. Um, so the proper 12, like I like my Irish whiskey quite a bit. And I can usually pick it out from like pick different brands out from each other. I don't drink the Protestant whiskey, the Bushmills. No one should. In fact, Costco has a Kirkland Irish whiskey. Sell the big magnum of it, like they do with the Jamesons. And that's like I as soon as I saw it, first time they came out with it, I tried it, and it was very light. It didn't even barely a whiskey. And then I looked it up, and sure enough, it's made by Bushmills, which of course is Protestant whiskey. It's sure it's made in the fucking north, so I can't drink that. Um, but the proper 12 that McGregor distills or that he's got a piece of, um, I tasted that and I'm like, this shit is exactly like Jameson's, like exactly. So not long after that, like one night, there's a couple of us here, and I think Diener was here, and we did a taste test of the two whiskeys to see what the difference was. And no one could tell the difference, blind taste test, between Proper 12 and Jameson. Not for
Oh
nothing.
well. Are you a fan of JMO?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good, it's a good, it's kind of like, I drink Jack Daniels. I'm not going to drink $100 bottle of bourbon. I don't want to be the guy that can tell really. So as far as Irish whiskeys go, Jameson is the Jack Daniels of Irish whiskey. But it's
I'm not a
good.
big JMO. I don't drink it a lot through the year, but I make up for that economically on St. Patty's Day when I go
Yeah.
bar hopping. When I am on St. Patrick's Day alone, I'll have like 12 shots of Jameson throughout the day. Um,
It kills me when people shoot that stuff. It's just so good. Like it's such a nice drink. Like the primary difference between Irish whiskey and Scotch is that the wheat, like Irish, they typically use barley. We talked about that last night, but it's not peated, so it's a smoother drink. It's a smoother whiskey. Scotch,
Oh, okay.
you can have a heavily peated Scotch, and it to me, it not something I'm excited about. But um, there's another story I'll tell you about whiskey. It's my buddy in Vegas, Benny, one of my best pals. He's a bartender at Dick's Last Resort in Vegas, and we were chatting one night about when you hang out with your buddy and you're going out and you go to different places and you're having just a great time, and you realize that you've gotten after it and maybe it's getting off the rails a little bit. And he goes, usually that's when we start drinking whiskey. It's like we crush all these beers and then we go to a different bar and hey, let's try this, like. And one of the Irish whiskeys is called Tullamore Dew. And Benny goes, it's probably like 2:30, 3 in the morning, and I'm with my buddy and we're at the bar and hey, you know what, I got this round. Tullamore Dew. And he goes, my buddy turns to me and he goes, Tullamore don't.
It's so funny. I'm
But
just beside myself.
yeah, I got to tell you though, this is a lovely bourbon, and I thank you again very much for your kind effort to present to me this lovely Christmas drink.
Thank you. I haven't tried yours yet. It's next on my list because I'm drinking the Tabor one right now. But if you don't mind, now that you finished saying what you're doing for Christmas, are you okay if I talk about my Christmas, is
You
this going to be a
asked,
Mooney
you
podcast?
you
No, I
asked,
didn't. I no, but I didn't ask about what you were drinking at this point because we were going to talk about what we're drinking at the end of the show.
and Andrea said so though.
I saw her behind you waving.
What'd you think of the bourbon, Andrea? Not bad, she says.
Okay, so like as so for my Christmas this year, as I usually do, I going home for Christmas. I'm going to hang out with my mom and see all my family members at different times. We don't always get together in large groups, but I'm hanging out. But one thing that we started doing a couple years ago around Christmas that I really enjoy is me and most of my family. We on like during the Christmas week, like usually on the 27th, we go to a movie. Like we go watch a movie as a group, and so that's one thing that I'm doing. And this year we're actually going to go see the new Avatar, like the third one.
Yeah, I've never seen any
And
avatars. We talked about this.
yeah, but we talked about this. You're a loser that doesn't do anything with science fiction. You've like yeah you've. It's, talking to you about movies makes me judge myself on my choice of friends, makes me judge myself on who I spend time with, and I judge myself harshly when it comes to you and your lack of science fiction. But
By the way,
you know
I don't want to hijack your Christmas story, but
yeah, you do.
no, I'll wait till you're done. But I read this phenomenal science fiction book. But go on, go on, go on.
Okay, so then usually when I'm there for Christmas, my mom, she's a great cook. She's got all these great meals planned for, like, we do a Christmas meal and stuff like that, Christmas Eve. It's but it's a time where I get to spend time with my mom. Uh, I live by myself. She basically lives by herself. Like she sees my sisters and my brother, sometimes through work. But
Pretty regularly, yeah.
yeah, but I get to see my mom and hang out with her and stuff like that. And it's always good. And yeah, that's my Christmas is just spending time with family. And back here on the 30th for uh our end of the year show. It's not our New Year's show, it's our end of the year show. We can talk about
Yeah,
New
that's
Year's
a good idea.
like we can talk about the New Year resolutions and goals and stuff like that on our first show after December 31st. But on December 30th, we're just going to kind of do a year in review, talk about, people who passed, talk about, you know, where we are as a podcast and whether or not you're still alive. Um, I might be on the year end show or the New Year show, giving your obituary or eulogy, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
like you have to talk to your. I'm not gonna say it. I already said enough. I'm not gonna.
You need
But
to drop it.
okay, I did. I just did. I didn't do. I didn't say anything. But I love that idea, Jimmy, because um, if you or I know I have a resolution, but like if we have resolutions and we start our New Year's show, which would approximately be January 6th, we've already got a little runway to show whether or not we've stuck to whatever um, uh,
Or at least started what our
resolutions we've.
goals and resolutions
Yeah,
are. Yeah.
yeah. So that's good. And I especially love the idea of the 30th. Those of you that are listening, um, Thursday, December 30th at 7 o'clock at Sherbrooke Pub, we are going to have a third chair, and we're going to invite friends of the show, regular listeners to join us. We'll have drink specials and just recap the year, talk about the highlights. That'll be our 27th show, I think.
Yes.
We're not on next week. This is 26, which is technically half a year. Um, so I commend you
Yeah, it
for
is
your
technically basically 6 months.
I commend you for your patience and your restraint in dealing with like
I
Margot.
can be
Margot,
give
you're a champ. I don't care what people say. It's a great haircut and you're a champ, sweetheart.
you said you were done with it.
I didn't say what are you talking? Anyway, one more thing. So I read this. I don't know if you saw the movie The Martian. I actually didn't. Or
Is that the one with the Born Identity dude?
yeah, I
Uh,
think so. I think so.
yes, I have seen it. I had to watch
Anyway,
it for Midget at the Movies.
the
Um,
guy that wrote it, his name's Andy Weir, and I have no idea about this Martian business. Never saw the movie. Never read the book, but I read that there's a series or a mini series or some such coming out on Amazon with Ryan Gosling, based on a newer Andy Weir novel called Project Hail Mary. Like I'm pretty informed, so I kind of saw an article about it, and then after I saw the article, I'm like, oh, I should reserve it at the library because you can reserve ebooks and you still got to be in line and whatnot. And then like 3, 4 months later, I get this hold that comes across, and it's this book called Project Hail Mary, and it's science fiction hardcore, and it's about space and a guy that goes to space and whatever. I don't want to give away too much, but I got to tell you, it's not only plausible, but uh, like it's very accessible for someone like me that doesn't like the nerdy science fiction tomfuckery. Like you read this book and you go, that could happen. That could be a guy. It could be a thing. And I highly recommend that you check it out. It's called Project Hail Mary, and the actual series upon which this book is based is coming out on Amazon this coming year, 2026.
Okie doke.
That's in
So
response to you coming after me for the science fiction business.
okay, so dealing with our 30th show still. I just looked it up. There is no Oiler game that day, so we're good. So we're not on time restraint for doing our podcast. But on the 31st, which is New Year's Eve, there is an Oiler game.
Okay,
The Oilers on the 31st are playing Boston.
home.
Uh,
What time's the game? Mountain.
It is at Rogers Place at 7:30.
Yeah, that's good.
So
Like
Rogers, it's an Oiler game.
we can hang out at New Year's then because it the game will give me something to do other than having to talk to you.
I was thinking again, hanging out with someone that I actually like. But
Hey, are you gonna try? Are you gonna try that whiskey I got?
as soon as I'm done this one, because you make fun of the fact that I shoot whiskey, I'm sipping, so I'm not, like downing it, and I don't add ice or water. I just drink it straight. So,
I didn't make fun. I said I was disappointed when I see people do that. I might have used
but
harsher language like I hate, but I'd like to see you try it. Just to
oh,
see
I
what you
will,
think.
I will. I just only have
Like
one glass.
to me, the concept of rye, which I don't like, and Irish whiskey are like two sides of the spectrum, like opposite sides. And this is Irish whiskey made from rye. So I'm super curious. And again, why I got it for you, I'm not sure I'd buy it for myself, just because the word rye gets me a little wary.
Yeah, you get weird when the word rye comes up. Uh, you need counseling. Um, because there's
Like
certain words, and rye's one of them that triggers you. Is you get triggered. Um,
Canadians are known for two types of syrup, maple and rye.
good to know.
Rye lacks character, it lacks definition. It's just whatever. Anyway, that's just my opinion. If you're a rye drinker,
Ladies,
we can be friends.
la-
I have no animus.
ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. There are two different kinds of syrup that you can get in Canada, rye or maple. You heard it here. Like that's why we have listeners, is for shit like that.
Breaking,
Like I
breaking.
like breaking news. If you didn't know it, you're gonna learn it here. Um, I feel so much smarter now that I know that there's two different kinds of syrup that you can get in Canada, and if I died tomorrow, I would die knowing that I knew that. It
So
just
tell me about
warms the
this.
cockles in my heart.
You talked about the bus ride from Tabor to Edmonton, and
Okay.
like, do you have the same Calgary layover
I have a longer
on Monday?
Calgary
Yeah,
layover this year than I did previous, because in previous years taking the Red Arrow, I usually took the uh, the noon bus, but I guess I got my ticket a little late, and the noon bus was busy or like too over full, so I
like the
had to
noon. You catch it at noon in Calgary.
and no catch it in noon here to go to Calgary,
Okay,
and then I'm on that bus. Then I'm laid over in Calgary for 2 hours for the bus from Calgary to Lethbridge. But this year I have to leave at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I get to Lethbridge at I think 2, and I'm stuck there for 4 hours in Calgary.
so let me ask you this: what are you going to do to pass the time?
I actually reached out, or I'm reaching out to my best friend's brother who lives in Calgary, and I'm going to go. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. I'm going to go hang out with him, maybe go for lunch or something, and go from there.
You should have a few drinks and set yourself
I
up for a
don't,
little nap.
yeah, and I try not to get drunk before I go to my mom's, but actually that night I'm staying at my sister's. But yeah, I usually I'll have a beer or two when I'm down there
You
in
mentioned that
Calgary.
your brother has five kids, eh?
Yes.
How many
His
nieces and
oldest
nephews? Go ahead, sorry.
his oldest I think is 23. And you got 22, 21. I don't know. They had a kid every year for it feels like forever. But but yeah, so
Your brother rode that
There's
nag to the ground.
Watch your mouth. Come on. Be Have some kind of couth. Um,
Um, so that's five right there, and then you have what the other two
then
sisters?
I have Heather has two and Kristen has three, so I have a total of 10. But
Wow.
if I include my best friend Kyle and his kids who also call me uncle, so then there's 12. And I have a great niece. So like my niece's daughter, and she is 6 now. She might
Holy
be
cow!
5 or 6. She was born like 6 months after my dad passed. So,
Was your niece
and
like when did your
this
how old was your niece when she had this wee one?
20,
Oh, okay.
19,
Is it
20.
your husband in the picture? The father?
They she's they they're not together, but they still hang out for the kid. They like he gets time with the kid by
That's good.
himself,
At least he stands
and
up. Yeah.
and and they go on like family camp trips together and stuff like that. So they are a family. They're just not together.
Yep.
Like they just don't live together.
But
But
I'm just the reason I asked, like primarily, anyways, like you were talking about everyone gets together on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. That's a lot of people. Your mom's your mom's feeding like upwards. You got the 10 grandkids, the four siblings, the mom, and whoever
and
else, right?
and and then there's significant others, and like
Mm,
my
right.
my
That's
nephew
20 people.
my my nephew Tyler is married. My niece Chelsea, she's engaged, and like there's boyfriends and all that. So like
Wow.
it's close to 30 people usually.
Holy cow.
It the house was full and loud on Christmas Day back when my dad was still around. It was very busy.
Well, it's fuller and louder now, and he's not around. I bet he's looking down, going,
But
"Yep."
but we don't get together like that anymore. Like we haven't had a big group get together
Oh,
since
like
my
with
dad
everybody. So
passed
like
with
Christmas Eve,
everybody.
yeah. Like you mentioned that too. Like I'm saying with Andrea's sister, how like they go with the in-laws and like even with the kids, they go with their mom or whatever, and there's back and forth. So you might not have everybody on Christmas Eve, and you might not
No,
have everybody on Christmas Day, kind of thing, right? Because there's like
like
the other sides.
like I didn't make it home last year for Christmas because I got shit canned from the radio station a week before, like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Yeah,
Um, and but and I also spent all my money on my cruise. Like
yeah.
my spending money and all that was when I was on my trip with my mom.
By the way,
But
friend of the podcast, Mike Bayrak, he's in Mexico right now. That's an Oilers mate Hawaiian T-shirt. So
if
shout out
anyone,
to
if
shout out to
anyone
friend
would
of the
have an
podcast.
Oilers,
Yeah, he actually
okay,
bought one for me. He bought one for me too. But
do you have it or did he buy it when he was down there this time?
no, he bought it here.
Oh, okay.
He gave it to me for my birthday or something. And good guy that fella. But Mike, friend of the podcast, Mike Barak, and our mutual buddy Binzi. You remember Binzi? He played guitar in the band.
Yeah,
Binzi and Mike and their families are in Mexico. They got there yesterday and they're there till the 30th. It's like 2 weeks, which I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But they have kids and whatnot. And anyway, shout out to the two of them. I know for sure they're going to be listening. And so, Jimmy, raise a glass in salute of Binzi and Bayrak. Cheers, fellas. Merry Christmas.
cheers. Oh, ooh,
you you kind of rushed that, eh? What was that you were drinking before
the
you?
Tabor one, the
Oh, the
Tabor one,
101, the one
the
that's like
101.
50.5%, which is
Yeah.
101 proof. Why they call it 101.
Oh, is that why they call it 101? I
Yeah.
got two bottles of that shit I have to drink. Um, is that why oh, that's going to leave a mark then. So I think I did a double
Yeah.
ouncer there. Uh, okay.
I should come over there and take advantage of you.
You're not my type, remember? Because of my haircut.
So this is
Okay.
the
So here,
Kilbeggan.
the Kilbean or Kilbegan or Kill,
Kilbeggan. It's
or,
distilled.
or,
It's Kilbeggan is the name of the whiskey. It's one of my favorite Irish whiskeys. The original distillery is in County Westmeath, where my dad was born and raised, up until the age of 19 when he left to move to Canada. And but this particular one was distilled in Louth, and it's apparently distilled with rye. Tell me what you think, Jimmy. Does it taste like rye or Irish whiskey?
okay. Just give me a second because I just finished downing the other one and it's kind of still burning on the way down. Give me a sec. Well, it's not as sweet as the corn one for sure.
Not supposed to be.
It does very much have it does have a JMO kind of feel to it.
Okay, so it tastes like Irish. It's just made with rye wheat, right? Or
Yeah, it
rye,
does have a
whatever.
JMO
Yeah,
feel to it.
yeah. Okay,
It's actually pretty good.
I'm glad you think so. Because I mean, if it's distilled and all the whole process is in keeping with the Irish whiskey distilling process, then I mean, it's just because it's made with rye instead of barley. I mean, they mix like Jameson mixes barley, and there's other like I don't know what other stuff, but um, Irish whiskey is typically barley. This is made exclusively with rye. So as long as it doesn't taste like shitty Canadian rye, then I'm happy. And I'm glad you mentioned the
It's
Jameson kind of hint yeah.
yeah, it does have a bit of a feel to it, but it's really good. Um,
Good.
okay, before the end of our podcast, because we're getting close, because we're on part two, and
Like we put
so before,
together more time than this is like a regular podcast time wise. And this is part
yeah,
two.
but
That's gonna be
yeah,
like
but we're
2 hours.
not. This whenever we do a two-parter, it's at least 2 hours because I'm not even done yet. Um, so before we
Great.
get into it, I have some nerd shit to talk about because I can. Why? Because we talk so much about your frickin' sports. It's about time. This is a segment I'm gonna call Jimmy Speaks and Mooney Shuts Up. Um,
Did you clear that
I'm
with like the talents, i.e.,
I
aka
I
your manager, like the man,
I
like
with the fact that I produce it, I edit it, and it's my
with
name on
my
it. It's on
guidance.
your guidance, my ass. Yeah, the only guidance you have is you shut up while I'm doing it. Um,
So
so
can you repeat your little segment here? This brand new thing that you just fucking came up with. Like, why
it's
don't you
so
just tell everybody what you just crafted
So
out
so
of
it's called
fucking
it's called
thin
Jimmy
air?
Speaks, everybody else shuts up. It's a nerd science fiction kind of thing. Cause I need to get in, cause one thing I miss about this podcast is the fact that one thing that I know very much about, and that is science fiction, especially Star Wars. And there's some big news and some controversy behind the upcoming season two of the Ahsoka series, which is if you don't know Chris Mooney, Ahsoka is a character from Star Wars. She was actually Anakin Skywalker's apprentice. The first season came out about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. But one of the main characters who was a villain who played Balin Skull was Ray Stevenson. who passed away since like just before the series actually aired. And this is one time that they're actually going to be um, recasting him because he was a very important character in the storyline, and he's being portrayed by Sandor Clegane. He played the Hound in Game of
Yeah,
Thrones. If you watch Game of Thrones at all,
I
and
did.
because it is a very important character, I'm looking forward to this season coming up. A lot of people um, are kind of mad, like nerds or just people that like to be angry for no reason, are mad that he's being recast. But he's an important character that he has a very important role in the upcoming season.
Hang on a minute.
And
Sorry, I don't want to hijack you, but
yes,
like
you do.
people are mad that the character is being recast, but the
Yeah.
guy that played him's fucking dead. So how can you be mad about that? It's necessity.
It's
Am I right? Am I missing anything
it.
here?
No, but I don't like but I think they're mad about who they picked.
Oh, okay,
But
that's
I,
different.
but
Yeah.
I, but, but I know, I've watched Game of Thrones, and the guy who played the Hound,
He
Sandor,
was great.
play,
Yeah.
what's that? He was great.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. Ray Stevenson was a big guy. Ray Stevenson's lightsaber style was pretty much like he used it like a broadsword, which we all know the Hound can. So I can't see the issue. But
Like, and also, like, if I may, like in Game of Thrones, at least, like the Hound is like, like at least the way the character's drawn up. Like if like when you read a book and they summarize a character in like a paragraph,
I don't read books.
yeah, your man's a fucking hammer, but he had so much emotional depth, and like to bring that to the screen, like which he did. I mean, how could you be upset that? Anyway, go on.
But yeah,
You're
like
nerdy.
it's it's like there's people that are upset, but one of the people that is upset, and it's not because of anything other than the fact that they miss Ray Stevenson, is one of the actresses who was friends with Ray and said it's going to be hard to play alongside someone who's not Ray Stevenson, which I understand because she was friends with Ray.
But I'd be like, you know what, sweetheart? It's actually impossible because your man's fucking dead. It
No,
is what it
but
is.
the thing, no,
Like,
but it's not. She's not mad about it. She's just saying she's struggling with the idea because it's not Ray, because she's still mourning the death of Ray, which you know I kind of get it in a way. Like, if hypothetically speaking, if you passed away suddenly, and I had to do the Bald and Short of It podcast with someone like Johnny,
you be
you
you
know,
like you wouldn't you wouldn't
I
you
I
wouldn't
would
face the same challenges emotionally that this woman did. First of all,
I
like
like
the
I
cause of
I
my
would
death would probably be one of the items behind you, and 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 you wouldn't even reach out to the ball community. You've already got a guy lying in wait. You and Johnny
actually
just
I have three because I could use Johnny. I can use isn't Rubes bald?
yeah, Booby's bald, yeah.
I can see I can switch and I don't have to be stuck with one of them.
Yeah,
I can have all three.
if you had boobs on it, it would just be all about this Star Wars nerdery, like big time.
Which you know what, I'd be okay with. Uh,
I don't
but
want to cut you off. You still have the floor
yes,
there. No pun
you know,
intended.
okay, just so you know, okay, I've done a count. I've done a count so far during this part of the podcast, about 12 times so far during this podcast. I don't mean to interrupt, but I don't mean to interrupt, but almost in every segment we've done during this podcast. So at my count, it's at about 27 times. So it was a phrase that came out of your lips. Just saying. Um, but uh, you know, as I said earlier in the podcast, we do have our year end show, which will be at Sherbrooke Pub on December 30th, and it will be. Are we shooting for six? Are you frozen or are you just not talking? Okay, we're shooting for six. I don't give a shit what he says.
Kevin,
And this, what's that?
you got the bus. I was gonna like give you the floor that you so desperately crave. I don't want to interrupt, but I have questions about your
But
nerdery.
if I ask you a fucking question, answer it. But if I'm
Oh, hang on.
talking and you have no,
Yeah,
now you shut your pie hole. Okay, listen. If I ask if I'm saying I explaining something and then you interrupt and say let me you know I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm going to interrupt you. Uh, is different than hey Mooney, I have a question. There's two totally different things. So when I say shut up, it's until I say, "Hey Mooney, you can speak." That's what a true producer does. Is and producer, director, the true talent of the show. That's what they really do. But what did you have to say there, Fuzzy Britches?
um, this nerd show you're talking about, where the fella dies and they got the Hound replacing him.
It's
That's part
Ahsoka
of the.
series season two.
Is it a cartoon or like? Cause I never
No,
heard of this, but it's on Disney,
it's
I
a
presume.
it's a Disney Plus show, and it came out about a year ago. Rosario Dawson played Ahsoka. Hayden Christensen played Anakin Skywalker.
Can you spell it?
There, what
The title of
Ahsoka?
the show is
A
it ASO?
H AHSOKA. I'll
Got that?
spell it again.
You got
AHSOKA.
you got that lesbian anger. ASOKA.
No,
Leave
this
my
is
wife out of
whiskey.
this.
Take drop the lesbian shit. You were supposed to have dropped it about half an hour ago.
Thank you for answering my question. I might actually watch it. I don't know. We'll see.
I could give two flying pigs fucks. Um, but so as I said, our year end show, the 30th, around 7 o'clock at Sherbrooke Pub. Come down. We're gonna have a second computer so that people can
Third,
chime in, say what they thought of the podcast, or or who their favorite member is. Everybody knows it's not Mooney. Um, that's what it is. You can compliment me all you want. I don't recommend complimenting Mooney because why would you? But
and
anything you,
it could be like the New Year the I guess New Year's summary episode could be featuring a new bald co-host too, right?
it could be if we can't find your body after I dump it. But
What if you could? You could have like a dead Muppet turning green.
uh,
Hey,
o-
Jamie.
okay. But before we go, since you like to talk so much because you can, um, you have written on the prep here, and I asked you earlier, and I guess it was something I said yesterday. I can fit 2 weeks in a sandwich bag. Are you talking about my luggage?
Yeah, because just for background, folks that are listening, One of the highlights of my year was the first time I ever went to Reno. It's with my brother-in-law Paul, who we hope will join us on the 30th and help me summarize that trip. But it was a great trip. It was cheap. It was fun, and we talked about how like it's a charter trip through Caesars Rewards, so it's like $250 flight and hotel for 4 days. How do you beat that? Um, and we're talking to Jimmy. Jimmy's like, I'm in. And I'm like, oh, I'll keep my eye out for what's coming up in the new year. And yeah, and Paul was talking about how we had to wait for my bag. It's like a 4 day, 5 day trip, 4 nights. And I'm like, yeah, Paul had like, and then Jimmy was like, when I went to Vegas, I had like a fucking duffel bag. Or Paul said that. And I'm like, oh, maybe if we did do that, we don't have to check luggage. And then Jimmy said, uh, you won't have to worry about me, fellas. I can do 2 weeks in a sandwich bag.
Okay, that was a
I'm
slight
like, that was pretty
exaggeration,
funny.
but yes.
At the time, it
But
was pretty funny.
yeah, like when we did Vegas and we were there for 5 days, I think it was. I had a small duffel bag, which also in that small duffel bag, which was able to fit in the overhead bin, I lost a bet and I had a 13-inch dildo in that bag because I had to carry it with me.
I lost the bet. Sure,
Yes,
pal.
I did lose a bet, and it was a
I
huge.
lost the bet. I lost the bet. This is how what guys say all the time when they get pinched with that shit. Like, is that like to you and your wife when you travel to like Mexico? Do you and your like take turns losing a bet when you get pinched at customs? That's pretty
Okay, this
funny.
is the end.
You
This
got,
is the end
you
of the
got,
Bald and Short of It podcast. I have a phone call to a hitman to prepare, um, because you were going to drop that and you still haven't. And okay, but this is the Bald and Short of It podcast. I am James P. White. That is Chris fucking Mooney, the dick on a stick, and we will see you on the 30th.
I love you, kid.
Hopefully,
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I love you, man.
yeah, you're a dick.